about the storylines that led up to the matches, and then what are the possible storylines after. So let's get straight into this. So first, we're going to talk about WrestleMania 34. This is the beginning and end of most people's careers, right? So we see this all the time. The Undertaker, always known to end people's careers at WrestleMania. Then you have some people like Ty Dillinger. Maybe he'll get the chance to start his career at WrestleMania 34. So that is what WrestleMania is. It is the Super Bowl of the wrestling world, ladies and gentlemen. So we are here. We're going to talk about the matches. Let's start with the Cruiserweight division. The Cruiserweight division started out in 205 Live. Tried to start on Raw. Couldn't really get anywhere. Didn't seem like anything really happened. And then what everybody didn't want to happen, which was Enzo Amore goes down. He gets suspended. So now everybody's in a chaos. They do a battle royale for the Cruiserweight champion. And it's now down to Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. Now, this is probably going to be a kickoff show. I don't expect this to truly go anywhere on the actual WrestleMania card. So we look at both of these people. You have Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali is a face, a heel. He's kind of everything. And then you have Cedric Alexander, who had the title at one point, lost it. But maybe he is the face for Triple H. He is favored by Triple H. So it is a possibility there. So these guys over here, we're going to talk it out. They're going to give you their predictions. I'm the mediator. I'm going to make sure these two don't punch each other during the podcast. And then I will give my prediction after that. Paige, you first.
Okay, so my pick, Cedric Alexander. Like King Hunter said, this was Triple H's pick. If you go back to when he first started in NXT, prior to that, he was the man. Mustafa Ali, don't know a lot about him, but from what I've seen, he's been very charismatic. He has a lot of athletics, and he has the smile that can definitely take the crowd. But right now, it's all about who you play to the crowd with, and I think Cedric is the top pick. Cedric Alexander is King Page's pick.
All right, what you got?
King Page went with Cedric Alexander for the obvious reasons. He's Triple H's favorite, but once again, he had the title, and he lost it. 205, it has a lot of potential, but it never fully took off. So King Page takes Cedric Alexander. I'm going to take Mustafa Ali. You need a new face. You need someone that can come out, spark a little bit more energy into it. So, hey, I'm going to go with Mustafa Ali.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think Mustafa Ali is the winner here. They need a new person in this. Enzo, we'll see what happens with him. We'll see where he ends up going once he gets back from his suspension. But I think Mustafa Ali is the guy right now. I think he's the future for this division. So we'll see what happens. Those are our predictions. Next match, we're going to talk about Andre the Giant Battle Royale. So the Andre the Giant Battle Royale happens at WrestleMania. Most of the time, this is for people who need to jumpstart their careers. So you look at Baron Corbin. Who knew who he was last year? He wins Andre the Giant. He goes off, does his thing, comes the Intercontinental Champion, and truly started taking off. So that's what this match is normally known for. You've got people of the likes of Dolph Ziggler. You got people of the likes of Ty Dillinger. You got Baron Corbin, and you got Woken Matt Hardy. And there's a lot of others that I'm sure are going to enter this as the week progresses towards WrestleMania. My pick, starting out, Ty Dillinger. It's an easy pick for me. Perfect 10. It makes sense. He hasn't had a chance to really prove himself. This is where he proves himself. This is where he starts his career at WrestleMania. What do you have?
Who doesn't like my pick, the Woken One, Woken Warrior, Woken Matt Hardy? I'm telling you, he has, in the last month, maybe 3 weeks to a month, has been given all the opportunities to showcase himself from a prior wrestling promotion to a new wrestling promotion. And he took a lot of creativity from the prior promotion to his current promotion. And with that, he took a lot of fans who definitely saw him transition back into the WWE as a new character. So for everybody out there, welcome Matt Hardy, and for all the wrestlers going against him, will be deleted. Delete. Delete.
Oh,
delete.
I like that. I like the delete. What do you got?
Who doesn't like your pick, King Page? I don't. Listen, Woken Matt Hardy is definitely someone that you can choose, but did he make his name as a tag team contender, tag team champ? There's no one in the corner now to tag. It's all you, not my guy. I'm going to go with personal favorite of mine, Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Zigzag himself, who's been doing it by himself who I see as victorious in this match.
Now, see, that's interesting. So we here have a split. So you got Ty Dillinger, the king, the rookie, the guy who's coming in, making his WrestleMania moment. You got Woken Matt Hardy, a guy who's now trying to prove that singles career, trying to leave his brother. He's deleted Bray Wyatt. So that's the first deletion that we have. Does he delete the rest of the people in the Andre the Giant Battle Royale and truly start that career? And then you have the go-to Dolph Ziggler, the guy who's trying to come back, trying to do what he's got to do. So we'll see. Interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the next one that we want to talk about is the Woman Battle Royale. So this one's going to be very interesting, something that we haven't actually seen in a long time. You got the likes of Becky Lynch. You have the likes of Absolution. You've got the likes of all these other women that are going to be in this match in general. So who needs it the most, right? That's really how we look at these matches, is who truly needs it, who's going to be won over by the fans, and who truly needs that push. And I think my pick, Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is the pick here. It's a very simple pick in my opinion because she was the very first SmackDown Live Women's Champion and then lost it. Charlotte Flair came on the scene. And so she's truly never had a chance to be herself. She's taken a lot of losses in these pay-per-views. I think it's the time, the biggest stage of them all. She wins the Battle Royale and starts taking her career to that next step. Well, where are you at?
I'll say my personal favorite, Sasha Banks, the boss. And you can bank on that. That's my pick. Let me tell you something. For the past year, going back from 17 to 18, Sasha Banks has been on the top of the plateau. 4 times women champions. 1/4 of the 4 horsemen. 4 horsewomen, excuse me. Sasha Banks has been in pretty much every high-profile match up to this women's Rumble. Again, she had right now, of course, you've seen that she's in something with Bailey. I think that may have probably would delete itself this next Sunday. Again, you can bank on my pick, the boss, Sasha Banks.
Okay, what do you have?
I'm gonna come out of left field here and go with a dark horse. I'm gonna go with Natalya. She hasn't had the success of some of the other picks. Dark horse. We're in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. You got to leave it all on the field. I've seen her cry and kind of get down on herself, not seen a different type of inspiration in her eyes. So it's a Super Bowl last and beginning. I'm going with Natalya.
No, I think that's a fair pick. I think we're split here on the Battle Royale, which tends to be common. I mean, there's so many to choose from. I think the bank makes sense. She's good. She knows what she's doing. Maybe she'll put some people in the bank statement. Unfortunately, you can't win that way though. But we will see. We will see how that goes. Ultimately, first time we've seen this in a while. So it should be extremely exciting. So the next match we're going to look at is the United States Championship match. So this match, in my opinion, I think has the chance to be probably an A- type match. I don't think it's going to steal the show by any means, but I do think we're going to see a great match here. So you have Randy Orton right now as the current champion. Bobby Roode's coming back to take what he believes is his. And then you've got Rusev, who gets added to it because he pins Randy Orton on SmackDown Live. In this match itself, my pick, Rusev. I think Rusev is ready for this. I think he's ready to be back in the big time. Randy Orton kind of won it from Bobby Roode. Why? So he could get the Grand Slam champion. His storyline is just really weak right now. I don't see anything there for him. Bobby Roode's coming on the scene. He's fine. He doesn't need a championship to really carry his character through. Plus, it's been the storyline between him and Randy Orton has been rather weak anyway. So I don't see anybody else besides really Rusev. Rusev's come from being a heel. He was the United States champion before, the big Bulgarian brute, as they call him. And now he's transitioning to a face. The crowd loves him. Rusev Day makes sense. I'm a fan. My pick, Rusev. Let's make Rusev Day happen on WrestleMania. What do you have?
I'm again with King Kalen. Let Rusev Day reign on the grandest stage of them all. Again, Rusev Day, listen. For the past couple of years, he's been up and down. He had the United States Championship a couple of years ago, lost it. And actually, if you guys remember, he was undefeated with that title until he lost against John Cena. But that was past. This is present. He's paid his dues with becoming a heel, with trying to become a face, to losing Lana, to bring her back. So right now with Abe English on his side, singing his praises and making it rain, Rusev Day, my pick, Rusev.
Well, Randy Orton, the Viper, is RKO time, baby. He's a sexy pick, easy pick. However, he's been on this stage numerous times before, but like you stated, you got so many different competitors in here. This is the beginning as well as the end. So I'll make my pick easy. Rusev Cross.
The Bulgarian Brood. I think it makes sense. I think that's a fair pick. So next we've got the women's title. Now both of them are up on the line, so we'll talk about each one. We'll start with Raw in specific. So you got Little Miss Bliss. That's my personal favorite. I love her. She's awesome. She's the perfect heel. She plays her character so well. She's rocked that women's title for a very long time. You have her going against Nia Jax. So Nia Jax, they're portraying her as basically the Braun Strowman of the women's division. Yeah. She is amazing. She knows exactly what she's doing. And I think that's the key to this match. My pick, though, I have to go with Nia Jax. I don't see Alexa Bliss winning this match. She can keep the title. She's kept the title this whole time. She's carried it into WrestleMania like she should. But I don't see her carrying it out. There's no reason for her to. This doesn't hurt her career by losing. So my pick, Nia Jax.
I was a Nia Jax fan from the day she started. They're portraying her right now as an irremovable force, which, ladies and gentlemen, she has a lot of power. I mean, she has blown through pretty much everybody, including my personal pick, Sasha Banks. She has right now been on the stage paying her dues from a love interest of Enzo Amore. Again, we bring him up from time to time, to a battered person who is being bullied. And anybody who knows about the WWE knows about bullying. They do have a program for anti-bullying, and I think this is a perfect scene for Nia Jax to do her thing. Again, I think she's a little bit too much for Alexa Bliss, so my pick is the immovable force, Nia Jax.
Yeah, well, I'm hearing two of my kings say the immovable force, Nia Jackson. Once again, seems like a real easy choice, but this is WWE. This is WrestleMania 34. This is a Super Bowl. This is where champions are made. I also heard that Miss Bliss has been the champ on numerous stages, numerous times. So this is where champions are made. I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to say the champ walks in and out with the belt.
Oh, that's interesting. That's a good pick. Wow. I could see that. I definitely see that. Alexa Bliss, she's always a wild card. You never know what you're going to get. She does tend to snake her way out of a lot of things. So maybe she will be able to take that title out, but we will see nonetheless. So the next one that we talk about the SmackDown Women's title. So this one's interesting. Asuka background story, chooses Charlotte Flair. In this case, how do you go wrong against Asuka, right? She's never lost. She's in the biggest stage of them all. But I would argue that Charlotte Flair could be the person to break it. She's a four-time champ. She's going to obviously break the 7 mark made by Trish Stratus at some point in time in her career. Her father did it. She's got to do it. It makes complete sense. So in this idea, you say she loses it, and then she gains it back at some point in time. So my pick here, you can't go against Asuka. I think Asuka takes the title. I think the kicker to this, though, is Carmella will cash in her Money in the Bank. But I do not think that she will win it, because Carmella is not the person to break Asuka's streak whatsoever. And so I think at that point, she'll cash it in, she'll get beat, and then she won't have the Money in the Bank anymore, and Asuka's going to walk out as champion.
Listen. WWE can definitely throw a swerve. A couple years ago, they had Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, go on and cash
major curveball
against Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in a match, which they could probably do it again. Right now, like King Hunter said, I don't really see Carmella being kind of a face to the SmackDown Women's Champion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Asuka has been portrayed to be the Goldberg of the WWE. So you have the streak against the title, 2+ years undefeated, going up against somebody who's arguably been the best woman champion since, like King Hunter said, Trish Stratus. She has numerous titles. She has numerous accolades. She's been on stage after stage after stage after stage. But right now it's Asuka's time. And if she was here, she would say, nobody's ready for Asuka. That's Mr. Page's pick. The King's Talks.
We got 2.5 years of being undefeated. We got the Money in the Bank. It's so many different curveballs in here. But I heard someone make a comparison. One of my kings said, like her father, as in daughter, father. Apple never falls far from the tree. So if dad was the man, She's a woman. And to beat a woman, you got to beat the woman. So at the end of the day, woo!
Oh, you're going to go Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair.
Hey, that's a tough pick. That's a tough pick. You're going to go against a 2.5-year streak. I like it. That is what WrestleMania is for. They do throw curveballs. We don't want too much predictability, right? So next we're going to look at tag team titles. Again, SmackDown and Raw both are going up for it. So the SmackDown champ will start there. You have the Usos, New Day, and the Bludgeon Brothers, okay? Usos, New Day, every time they do this is going to be one of the matches of the night. I can already see this happening. Anytime those two get together, it's always a great match. You have the Bludgeon Brothers who have come on scene here. And quite frankly, I'm just going to go and take the pick here, Bludgeon Brothers. I think it's time for them. They're going to come through. The Usos and New Day, it's okay if they lose. It's not going to hurt them. They've been doing this for a while. It is the Usos' first chance at WrestleMania, at them being on the actual card due to injury. So maybe that will play in their favor. New Day's done this multiple times. I don't see them winning. So Bludgeon Brothers, my pick.
New Day, I love the New Day. Matter of fact, let WrestleMania reign with the pancakes. Let it rain with the bootios. Let it rain with my ultimate pick, Francesca 3. Because Francesca 2, God rest her soul. But Bludgeon Brothers are a tag team who has been working their way up. Again, they too have taken a character shift since leaving Bray Wyatt's band or the Wyatt family. Usos, again, this is their first pay-per-view as far as the WrestleMania. So don't count that out. Really, like King Hunter said, Usos could take the loss. New Day could take the loss. The brothers, they're new. I would love to see New Day take this, but I'm going to have to go with the Bludgeon Brothers just because of the path of destruction they've been on for the past 3 weeks.
New Day and the Usos have just been fighting for quite some time. They're very familiar with themselves, but you got a third tag team in there that neither one of those are familiar with. So, hey, clean sweep with three kings here. Bludgeon Brothers it is.
Makes sense. So the Raw, we have the Bar, which, quite frankly, they're all right. Everything's good. Cesaro, Sheamus, they've been doing this for a while. They got put together way back when. And actually, I didn't think that they were going to last. They've lasted. They've built really the Bar. That is who they are. Now, the interesting thing here is that you have Braun Strowman. So Braun Strowman is going to apparently take on these guys by themselves. Obviously, that's not the case. We've heard the breaking news is that he will have a partner, but who is the question? Who will they pick? So in this scenario, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter who he picks. I think Braun Strowman and whoever he chooses is going to take the titles at WrestleMania. Some picks that we've heard, though, Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt has been deleted as his character. So maybe he comes back at WrestleMania, surprise entry. They team up again. Maybe try to get back to that storyline of the Wyatt brothers. Who knows? Depends on how creative WWE is going to actually get with that. Another one that people keep forgetting about is Samoa Joe. We haven't heard much about him. He has been around here and there. So ultimately, he could come back. That would be a huge pop from the crowd. And I think it would make sense. So we will see. Also have heard Rey Mysterio could be a possibility as well. So there's a lot of options that they could go with this, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. I think Braun Strowman and whoever it is going to win the titles.
I definitely agree with you, King Hunter. Braun Strowman has been on a tear. 2017, now 18 has been his year. And you hear it first. The next Slammy Award for the Wrestler of the Year, King Page's pick, Braun Strowman. This guy, I mean, what can he do? I mean, from throwing Roman Reigns to a garbage truck to lifting up a semi to now taking on the Bar. And the Bar has been subpar to me. I mean, now granted, they have beat every tag team since the New Day left for SmackDown, since the Usos left for SmackDown. So who do they really have left? The Bar, give them credit. They have held down that tag team division. But Braun Strowman and this mystery partner who will be found out on Monday. Now, again, it's been a lot of names that's been thrown around, but I would say let's also not forget about Big Cass. Big Cass has been in the background lately, and he has been cleared to wrestle again. So any numerous person that would come to be Braun Strowman's teammate, it would be a big pop for them, but also just for Braun. So I would say Braun Strowman and the mystery partner will win. Count them to continue the dominance. But my sleeper, you hear it first. I believe Braun Strowman's guest partner would be WWE Who Wants to Walk with Elias.
Ah, very good one. Very good
Nice
one.
pick. Braun Strowman got here by himself. The last time I checked, this is a tag team match. So you're going to take a partner, insert him into this mix, and we're going to go to the largest stage of the year. Strong, got it, but the Bar has that chemistry. They've been doing this. As you stated, they beat everyone in their division. They are the kings right now. So based upon that, you can insert just about anyone, but is Braun Strowman going to have that chemistry? Is he going to look to go and tag? And the partner is very critical. That's why I'm going with the Bar.
No, that's a good pick. Very good pick. We'll see how that one goes down. Depending on who that partner is truly going to be, could really weigh that decision.
Correct.
So you have the Intercontinental Championship next. You have The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor. So this match is interesting. I'm just going to say it. You can't go against The Miz here. The Miz has carried this title for a long time. He's lost it. He's won it back. He's well over with the crowd. Everybody loves him. He's the top heel in one of the top heels in the company. I think that he deserves to keep this title. I don't see Seth Rollins really winning this. I think that this is beneath Seth Rollins. I think Seth Rollins really deserves to be in the big hunt for the big title, just like he was many years ago. So I think he's just really a filler to kind of have this a triple threat. Finn Balor, I think it's good. I think that this is a good starting point for him because he was the first Universal Champion. People don't ever seem to remember this. And that he actually surrendered it because he had an issue and he had to go into surgery and was not medically cleared to fight. And so realistically speaking, he never lost that title.
Never lost.
So it'll be interesting to see. I think this is a good start for Finn Balor. I don't think it's his time right now. I think The Miz carries this through, but I do think Finn and then we'll carry a storyline.
First of all, before I give my pick, let me say congratulations to Miz and Maurice for their baby girl who was just born a couple of days ago. So congratulations, Miz. You heard it first or you heard it second. King Page picks my boy, The Miz. Why? Number one, he's awesome. He had locked down this Intercontinental Championship for well over the last 12 months. And when they needed the big guy, the big persona, who did they pick? The Miz. Numerous challengers that he had that he lost to, they can only carry it for so long. I believe that The Miz can hold this secondary title, but I'm looking for Miz to go beyond that sometime in 2018. But right now, yes. Has he had numerous WrestleManias? Yes. One WrestleMania beating John Cena, for those who forgot. Last year, losing to John Cena and Nikki Bella with his wife. This year, with him now being on Total Divas, now having his own show from all his history with Daniel Bryan and SmackDown Live. Who else is on fire than The Miz? That's my pick.
Yeah.
Well, you got three wrestlers in here. They're never going to concentrate on all three at the same time. So you have two that are going to beat each other's brains out, and you have one that's going to just sit back and wait for that opportunity to step in and make the pin. And in a situation like this, who better than the crafty vet, the A-lister? This is the largest stage. So who else walking in and out with the title, taking it home to his wife and his new kid? The Miz.
Yeah, so that's a clean sweep for us. I think The Miz keeps out. I think that's going to be the only title that's going to actually stay with the champ, in my opinion. So we will discuss the other two. First, we want to go into the ones that are not title matches, but are still going to hold a lot of views and could be possible match of the night stealers. First one we're going to look at Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, Rousey, and Angle. Now, this is an interesting match in that I think we all can say I would prefer to see The Rock here due to the WrestleMania 31 when that all happened. Rousey got involved in WrestleMania 31, 3 years ago. That would have been completely ideal. But as The Rock has kind of seemed to not surface, who knows? Maybe he'll make a special appearance at 34. It is possible, but he is doing a lot of movies. So we'll see here. My opinion, I think that Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, I think they win this match. And this is why. So Angle, it doesn't really matter about Angle. It doesn't matter which way he goes. I think he's the one who gets pinned, and I think he gets pinned by Triple H with a pedigree. I don't see Rousey. She's just starting out. Her mic skills are okay. I don't see that being enough to win her over at a WrestleMania. She's already liked by the crowd. We haven't truly seen her wrestle, so for her to win right off the bat at the biggest stages of them all, I just don't see it happening. Stephanie McMahon, Probably not going to fight very much. I think this is going to be dominated by Triple H more than anything. My pick, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Oh, well, you know what? Again, that's a hard one for me. I mean, it was funny. I just happened to look at WWE Network, and it showed that Triple H have had Angle's number time and time again, not just on WrestleManias, but also on different pay-per-views. Then you also have Ronda Rousey, who is the baddest woman on the planet, and her persona goes just as like that. Like King Hunter said, I mean, she is just starting out. She could possibly, you know, lose, and then what will come next? Next night on Raw, they'll probably start to give her a storyline of now she lost her title. I mean, she lost her match. So right now she has to have a new storyline.
So the redemption storyline.
And you can call her the underdog, just like Daniel Bryan. But right now, I'm torn. I would give this to Triple H and Stephanie, not because of the way that they wrestle, but just because Ronda needs a storyline. And Angle, he still has something right now as being the general manager. So he could take the loss and he'll still go on and be the general manager.
I think this is a very tricky match. The smart choice would say go with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, but I don't get paid to be smart. So this is what I'm going to do. I think it'll be a surprise twist. It'll be a match that's lost in a way to where everyone kind of walks away and it builds upon the storyline. And you get beat enough by the same person, as the saying goes, every dog has his day. I'm going with Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle, the Olympian, for the upset.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. So the next one that we're going to look at, this one will be pretty quick. I think this one's kind of obvious. You have Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, KO, and Sami Zayn. So I think it's interesting. So KO, Sami Zayn, if they lose this match, they are done with WWE in general. They're fired completely. Now there's already been talks about them being fired on the actual stage. So I think this just kind of sets it up. Is there a reason why they're leaving? There's no leaks. There's no rumors. Not too much that I've actually seen. So I guess we'll kind of see how that goes. But this is Daniel Bryan's return to WrestleMania 34. Is Shane O'Mac going to be ready to fight? We don't know. I know he's been dealing with the hernia. It's a real life actual story. So we'll see as the time comes. I think he'll be ready. I think this is easy. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon. That's my pick.
Same thing. Listen, feel good story 2018. Daniel Bryan comes back. Past 2.5 years, he's been very adamant trying to get back into wrestling. And because of everything that he's been doing, that the WWE asked him to do, he has finally made the triumphant return. Again, what feel-good story can be the best than on the biggest stage of them all, having Daniel Bryan, the yes man, the colonel of the yes movement, go ahead and take another win on the biggest stage. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon. Will Shane still be his partner? Who knows? Like King said, he's been dealing with real life issues. But again, if they happen to backfill him, again, Daniel Bryan, feel good story of the year.
Yep.
Hey, I'm a fan. I am a fan. My favorite superstar. Happy to have him back. I'm ecstatic. So you asked me who I think is going to win. I got 3 words. Yes, yes, yes.
I like that. That's good. So next, we're going to look at the WWE Championships. I got 2 here. We'll go through them pretty quickly because these ones are pretty. I think these ones are pretty obvious for everybody out there. Raw, Lesnar, Reigns. This one's pretty simple. They've been battling back and forth. Reigns has been calling out Brock for not being here. He's been off doing what he's doing. There has been talk that he's going back to UFC when his WWE contract comes up. It is coming up here just right after WrestleMania. So I think that this is a clear indicator he's passing off the torch. No one wants to see it. No one wants to see Roman Reigns. But sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he is trying to be a face. He will be the leader of this company. There's nothing that we can do about it. So just to make this pick nice and simple, it's Reigns, hands down.
Again, I'm not going to really talk too much on this. Roman Reigns is the clear winner. Past couple of years, they've been trying to portray him as the person that takes the bar from John Cena. John Cena has been a part-timer, but right now it's Reigns' time. Again, as much as the WWE Universe does not like it, again, the Empire stands tall. Brock Lesnar goes to UFC. Can a swerve happen within the next 2 weeks? Because if you guys don't know, Brock Lesnar contract ends the day after WrestleMania, and I've heard that he's not advertised for the Raw. So, can anything happen in WWE? Yes, it can. But right now, the Roman Empire stands tall. He's my pick.
All right, yeah.
A few years ago at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar and the big dog were beating the crap out of each other. And then Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, came in and stole the show. So the question remains, who would have won? My answer then and my answer now, big dog walks out with the title.
Yeah, I think that's an easy kill. I mean, it makes sense to me.
Easy.
So next one, we look at SmackDown's title, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, not too much to talk about this one. I think this one's pretty obvious. AJ's held the title for a very long time. He's led that company. He's let Shinsuke kind of build his story, his character, his persona as he came on the scene. And AJ's held that title all the way through. Of course, Jinder Mahal got involved there too at the WWE champion for a while. AJ takes it back. Shinsuke builds up. This is Shinsuke's moment. He's not going to lose. That's my pick, Shinsuke Nakamura.
I mean, they've been building this up as the match that everybody wants to see. I mean, now Shinsuke, he has been, for the past couple of weeks, been given a chance to advance his career. I personally miss the guy on his entrance who actually does all the little things before the organs and the sirens go off for Shinsuke. AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, has had this title, has shown that he can be Team SmackDown, has shown he can be Team WWE, has shown he can be the face and or heel if he's warranted to play that role. I'm picking the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Shinsuke, he's good, but he's not that good yet.
Okay, oh, that's an interesting pick. What do you got here?
I'm gonna go with Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, it's time. It's simply time. I watched a few of his matches, and he's really building up. So why not now? I think he'll be pretty amped up, and this is the largest stage, so that's what I'm going.
I agree. I think we got a 2-1 here. I think Shinsuke makes sense to me. But I could say AJ Styles winning it at WrestleMania. I mean, I think it makes sense to me too. Both are great options. I just think it's Shinsuke's time. What better time to do it on the biggest stage of them all, WrestleMania? So those are your matches that are actually they're on the card. Now I want to talk about one final one, and I'm glad you guys have been staying with us this whole time. Hopefully this has been good for you. Hopefully it's been informative. Hopefully we have made your decision to make picks easier. So the last match you want to talk about, and everybody's talking about it, Undertaker versus John Cena. So this match has had the biggest build I've probably ever seen in a match. You have John Cena coming out, calling out the Undertaker. Kane gets involved as the devil's favorite demon, as he's called, the Big Red Machine. I would have liked to see Kane and John Cena at WrestleMania. I think it's one of these things where the Undertaker, this happens every year. The Undertaker, last year, as we remember, got beat, puts his hat and puts his gloves in the middle of the ring. We all thought that was it, and now he's getting talked up again. Is that surprising? No, not really. But I think ultimately John Cena is building this up, and I think we will see this match. It will happen, and I'm just going to say it. I'm going to throw it out there. I think The Undertaker wins this match. And the reason why I think The Undertaker wins this match is because I think he needs it more than John Cena does. And here's why I say that. Because John Cena, he has, for a lack of a better term, he's been on the biggest stage of them all, just like The Undertaker has. But John Cena, it can't be the passing of the torch anymore. Undertaker's been passing torches for years, for a very long time, to all these people. John Cena doesn't need a torch. I think John Cena can take a loss here. I think they need to keep the Undertaker's, even though his streak is broken. He's lost, the past couple of WrestleManias. I think it's time for him to win. And I think hopefully this is really the last person that's been around since the Undertaker has kind of done his thing. So hopefully this will be the end for the Undertaker. He'll beat John Cena. He'll finally retire, and then he can go off and ride off into the sunset.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take off my glasses for this pick. My man, C Nation General John Cena, here at first, will win this match. Now, King Hunter said something that Cena hasn't passed the torch, but let me take you back some. When Kevin Owens came on the scene, John Cena lost to Kevin Owens. When AJ Styles came on the scene, John Cena passed the torch to him. When Shinsuke Nakamura came on the scene, John Cena lost clean to him. Ladies and gentlemen, you're right. John Cena has had 1 foot in the ring, 1 foot out the ring. 1 foot on Nickelodeon's Youth Awards to Saturday Night Live. Undertaker, he's been rehabbing. Last 2 years, he has been he was won one, he lost one. Again, what are they doing with these two vets? This match should have been here a long time ago.
Oh, and I agree with that.
And these guys are not at their prime. No, maybe John Cena. I mean, everybody sees his exercising and different things. Undertaker, I haven't heard from him. I have seen maybe 1 or 2 exercise videos on his famous IG channel, but you got 2 veterans, and I'll call them veterans because they've been in the game for a long time, who have actually met prior to when they were younger in some SmackDown days, and that's for you guys to check that out on WWE Network. But right now, who could take the loss? Anybody can. Right now, I'm kind of torn. Undertaker, he could take the loss. This should be his last WrestleMania match. Next year, his line, the Hall of Fame class 2019. John Cena, this is a stepping stone for him to break. You heard first, Ric Flair's record before the end 2018. Now, why they haven't done it now, I don't know, but for him to get some momentum to break the 17, to break 16, to break Mr. Ric Flair's streak, John Cena's gonna come out the winner.
Okay, yep.
I knew it was going to be a bad pick for King Page when he took his glasses off. Here's the deal. You got 2 legends, no doubt about that. You cannot have WrestleMania without The Undertaker. Last year, even though the way it ended was tough, that's not the way we wanted to see the Phenom go out. You come back this year, you win. You head off into Hall of Fame status next year. But like King Page said, John Cena's had his foot in a lot of things, Nickelodeon in and out the ring. And King Jordan says at WrestleMania New Orleans, John Cena will have his foot in the grave. Undertaker wins.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah. See, that's how it is, Paige. Man, it is what it is. I think it just makes sense. I think the Undertaker's going to win this match. Overall, I think it's going to be a great WrestleMania. I'm pumped. All the titles are on the line. Again, I see them all going into different hands, except really the Intercontinental Championship. I think that's the only one that's really going to stay. It's going to be a great night. Super excited. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm King Hunter.
I'm King Jordan.
I'm King Page, baby.
And we are #R3Cents. So keep following us. We're going to keep doing updates. We're going to be talking about Raw. We're going to be talking about SmackDown. And then we will preview every single pay-per-view. And we will give our match predictions along with future storylines that come from that. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.